It's official. Construction for the new Cooper Center for Active Living broke ground on Thursday, March 7th. There were plenty in attendance, eagerly awaiting the building to be completed and take a look at the time capsule that was placed in the old building in 1938. Newton News reporter Brian Dota has the story.
It was a cold and rainy morning on Thursday, March 7th. But that didn't stop the Newton community from coming out to celebrate the groundbreaking of the new Cooper Center for Active Living. We spoke to Josh Morse, the Commissioner of Public Buildings, for an update on the progress being made.
Yep, the project here at the Cooper Center site is looking great. As you can see behind us, we're moving earth and getting ready for foundations. We'll start on that process on Monday, so we're wasting no time. Once foundations are in, we'll start framing the building. Our goal is to be completely weather tight by this summer, and then the trades will start coming into the building. We'll start working on things like HVAC and plumbing and roofing and windows, and our slated completion date is the fall of 2025.
Mayor Fuller led off the speakers by hearkening back to a promise that she made to the community on the night of her election, and shared some emotional words about the new center's namesake, Audrey Cooper.
Jane Colino handed me this pin, and January 1st, 2018, writing an inaugural speech, and I had the chutzpah to say, and we're gonna build a new senior center. Well, promises made, promises kept, but this is Newton. And in Newton, we have a lot of opinions. Have you noticed that? Should we build a senior center? Where should we build a senior center? Should it be in the building where it had been, or do we need a brand new building? So let me talk about Audrey Cooper for one sec. Some of us were blessed to know her in person, but all of us for decades and decades and decades to come will know about Audrey, because she's what all of us want to be, and she's the values of Newton. She was warm, she was beautiful inside and out. She loved this city. She believed in us as a community to do good things, to know each other, to help each other. And it's with such great honor that we can permanently call this the Cooper Center for Active Living.
Audrey Cooper really was what I would often walk through the halls and say, what would Audrey be doing? What would Audrey be thinking about how we're running this program, how this building feels in the old center? And that, having her values be part of this building is going to guarantee success, in that people will feel welcomed, will feel empowered, will feel like they are contributing to the community just by walking through the door. And so I couldn't be prouder for knowing Audrey Cooper and for having her name permanently on a building.
Former Director of Senior Services Jane Colino made the ride all the way down from Maine to make sure that she was here to see the groundbreaking event.
Very few things would have gotten in the way of me being here today. I still have family here. I was born and raised here. My mother and father-in-law are aging here in West Newton. And I have so many friends that will be my lifetime friends. And so this project is still my baby, even though I've handed it over for adoption to other people. I'm still committed to seeing it come to fruition the way that this community has asked for it. I think that it is overwhelming in a good way, overwhelming in that it is so well thought out. Where program spaces are in relation to each other, where staff spaces are that feel accessible but maybe tucked away, a gymnasium with a raised track that you'll be able to see all of Newtonville as you're walking around the track, a front deck that people will be able to just watch Newtonville, and Newtonville will be able to watch what's going on in the building. And that's the most exciting piece to me, is that The way it was designed was for it to be visible, both from the inside and the out, and be an invitation. The old building was a library, so all the windows started at 6 feet up. So nobody could ever see what was going on out in the village or what was going on in the building. And so that design to me was key.
The groundbreaking wasn't the only excitement the event had to offer. There was also the reveal of the contents from the 1938 time capsule that was placed in the keystone of the original building. And Jane puts it best.
That was amazing that they stuffed that much stuff in there.
From newspapers about the war in Europe, to coins, to books, to a magazine with a campaign ad for soon-to-be Governor Leverett A. Saltonstall, a former city clerk right here in Newton.
So the Jackson Homestead, thank you to Lisa Dady and her team over there. They're going to go through and catalog all the materials, and we'll figure out if it's displayed either there or at the library. I'm sure we'll get some pictures, get those all posted so that folks can take a look. It was exciting to open up the time capsule from 1938. Lots of interesting materials in there, but we also want to make sure that we leave a little piece of history for the next generation when that time comes. So we will be doing a time capsule. We need to work with the community to figure out what we're going to put in it, but we are excited about that.
For full coverage of the groundbreaking, head to the New TV government channel on YouTube. For the very first time, this is Brian Dota for Newton News in Newtonville.